Check, check.
Profanity, inappropriate chants, and gestures are not allowed. Honor all athletes. No personal attacks or use of players' names and numbers. Respect officials. No yelling or taunting.
Welcome to tonight's matchup between the Perham Yellow Jackets and the Barnesville Lady Trojans. Emlyn Bergman's going to start it off here for the Barnesville Trojans. First point there will go to the Perham Yellow Jackets. Out on Barnesville. Have Jocelyn Griffin serving here. Bergman sets it up after alley access. It's blocked by Addison Hackle from Perham. It'll be a point for Perham. So Griffin's going to serve again here. Back to Axis for the shot again, and it's blocked by Cameron Coast and Addie Hackle. It'll be a point for Perham. Another serve here from Jocelyn Griffin. Barnesville's going to dump it over. Hackle with the shot, Axis with the block, but it goes out on Barnesville, so that will be a Perham point. Griffin back to serve again. Nice floater there. Fallinstead. Perham shoots it back over here. Nice shot there from Piper Thompson, actually. Piper Thompson with the first point for Barnesville, so she'll be back to serve. Floater for Hackle over top. With Auburn Hins will dump one over and score a point. Thompson's going to go back to serve again for Barnesville. Big serve. Perham fumbles it. They recover back over. Big shot there. Blocked by Perham. Barnesville's going to sub out a few. Perham subbed out one. Addie Rasmussen hit that one, that last point there. Berg with the floater over top. Here comes Perham. Rasmussen just missed it. Sam Molzoff from Perham hit that one over. So it'll be a point for Perham. Yellow Jackets are leading right now, 6-2. Jovi Larson back to serve. Rasmussen tries to shoot one over, and that's a block by Pack of Coast and Hackle there. Teamed up on that one. Larson back to serve. Barnesville's going to have to dump it over. Quick shot there by Coast over. That'll score one. Larson back to serve. Hard ball. Barnesville's going to dump it over. Going to go up for Hackle here. Floats one over. Hackle again with a shot, and she scores a point. Amundsen was there on that dig right away to save it. Barnesville couldn't block Hackle's shot. Larson back to serve for Perham. Quick shot to Axis, dumps it over. Perham back up here. They shoot it over, just missed one. It's Amundsen with a shot. Works it over, Hackle, and Hackle hit it out. That will be a point for Barnesville. Allie Axis back to serve now. And she serves it into the net. We'll do a couple substitutions here from both teams. Addie Hackle will be back to serve for Perham. Nice dump over by Auburn Hins. That'll score a point. Barnesville's going to sub out here. Hins back to serve. Big shot there from Maya Zacharias from Perham. Barnesville tips it and goes off in the background. Coast is up to serve for Perham. Barnesville's going to dump it over. Perham's going to get a shot here. Little floater. A Jocelyn Griffin. Rasmussen hits it over for Barnesville. Back over, and that was Sam Molzoff hits it. Bounces off a pair of Barnesville defenders. Coast is back to serve again. Barnesville hits it into the net. Looks like they didn't have a little communication there on whose ball it was. Coast back to serve here. Rasmussen up for the shot. She hits it, and nobody goes for it for Perham. So that will be a point for Barnesville. Do a couple more substitutions here on the Barnesville side. Lexi Bonchis is back to serve for Barnesville. Big shot over from Mia Zacharias from Perham. That'll score a point. Sam Wolzoff's back to serve for Perham. Good shot there from Barnesville. Just tips it off of Perham, so that will be a point. We'll have Jayla Amundsen back to serve. Jocelyn Griffin dumps it over. It's a big shot from Piper Thompson, and that's in. Piper Thompson with the blast. Amundsen will be back to serve here. Big shot up top there by Maya Zacharias. The double Barnesville defenders blocked it right back at her. Perham Yellow Jackets 14, Barnesville Trojans 8 here in the first set. Addie Hackle from the back row hits it into the net. Barnesville's point. So we'll go back to Amundsen for the serve. She hits a big shot, bounces off of Jovi Larson, and that'll go out. Another point for Barnesville. So Amundsen will set it up back again here. Hits a big one, gets a big block, and comes back. Perham's going to try to get it over. They do. And that will be that's a point for Barnesville. Amundsen with another big shot. Perham almost bobbles it, but they get it back. Here comes Axis. Big shot, just misses out. So that will be a point for Perham. Now we got Maddie Kunza back serving for Perham. Comes back a little hard. Addie Hackle goes up and takes the shot, and that's a point for Perham. And Maddie's back again for Perham serving. Comes Stuvlin with the shot over. Perham will get it back up. A work to hit it over the net here. And Hackle dumps one over the net and ends up scoring. So a point for Perham. Maddie Kuznia back to serve. Kunzna. Got to pronounce these last names. Stuvlin again with the dump. Perham's going to put it up. Big shot from Jovi Larson. That'll get through the defenders. Barnesville gets called on a double hit there. We'll take a timeout here. First time out of the game here. Your score currently is Perham Yellow Jackets 18, Barnesville Lady Trojans 11.
Can I say hi?
So Maddie Kunzna is going to come serve again here for Perham. The shot from Axis, dumps one over. Jocelyn Griffin hits it over. Barnesville will pick it up. Piper Thompson's going to dump one over here. And Addie Hackle hammers one, but it goes out. So that is a point for Barnesville. Barnesville's going to sub out a few here. Emmeline Bergman back to serve. Comes Hackle with a shot. It's blocked by Barnesville. She goes back up for another one, and that one gets blocked again. So point for Barnesville. Bergman back to serve. She'll hit a floater over the net. Griffin's going to hit it over, and that is in. Let's get a point for Perham there. So we'll have Jocelyn Griffin back to serve for Perham. Macy Bliley goes up for a shot and just missed it. Another point for Perham there. Griffin back to serve. Shot for Piper Thompson with the floater over top. Perham digs it. Gets it over the net here. Shot for Axis gets blocked by Addie Hackle. That will be a point for Perham. So Griffin back to serve again. Perham 21, Trojans 13. Amundsen just hits it off the net, or off the outside here. Another point for Perham. 22-13, Perham's leading. Griffin with the serve. And Bergman's going to dump it over. Set it up for Hackle. Barnesville's going to set it up again. Piper Thompson with the hit. She hits it just deep. So that will be another point for Perham. Griffin's back to serve again. Here comes Bliley with a shot. Perham digs. Larson with a big shot, and there Barnesville's working it. Here comes Bliley with another hit, and that is blocked by Perham, but it stays in. Point for Perham. So Griffin back again to serve for Perham. Bonchis with a shot over. Perham digs. Larson with a drop again. So that is the first set. First game of the first set. Perham wins it 25-13. Both teams take a little 3-minute break here. Set up for the next game. I can't see how many people are on right now, but thank you for watching. Barnesville Trojan TV. Let's call it that. I know you can't see it on the camera, but the Barnesville side, fan side, is pretty packed in here. It's good to see. And Perham generally travels well, so they've got a nice little showing as well. I'm going to try to do shout-outs this year, so if you're listening or watching at home, listening out in the tractor, or listening at home or wherever, let me know. I'll shout you out if it's nice. Getting set for the second game here. Refs are checking the positions, and then we should be good to go. Started off with Maddie Kunza serving for Perham. Comes Piper Thompson with a shot over, just misses over the net. First point will go to Perham. Barnesville actually called on 4 hits there. It's Thompson again. She'll dump it down. Perham will dig it, shoot it back over to Barnesville. Here comes Allie Axis with a shot, and Addie Hackle with the block. So point goes to Perham. Kunza again with the serve. Bonchus with the dig. Bonchus with the back row shot. Nice dig there by Kunza. Perham's going to pop it back. Bonchus again. Big dig from Amundsen. Bonchus with a shot over. Perham will pick it up. Axis with the dump. Perham catches on. Comes Thompson. And Thompson's going to get called for a net, I believe. Thompson's going to shoot it back in the corner. Gets called for a double hit. Kunza back to serve for Perham. Thompson's going to get it over. Perham's going to dig it. Big shot by Griffin. Bonchus just misses it. So Perham will score again. Kunza back to serve. Amundsen will bobble that one, and he'll go out. Another point for Perham. There's Axis going to dump one over. Perham digs it. Hackle hits it. Good shot by Hins. 3 Perham defenders touched that ball, and it went out. Good. Thompson will be back to serve for Barnesville. Perham's going to dump it over. Here comes Axness with a shot, and she'll get it. Gets the point. Got Thompson back to serve. Another big shot. Goes off the ceiling. Perham's going to dump it over. Have Hins with a shot in the corner. And that'll score a point for Barnesville. Hackle with a shot, and she keeps it in the corner. Score a point for Perham. So Griffin will be back to serve for Perham. It's Axis with a little dump over top. Point for Barnesville. I think they got called on a net violation there. Allie Axis back to serve for Barnesville. Hackle with a shot. It's shot back over. Jovi Larson with the shot. And Barnesville gets the point there. 7-5 Yellow Jackets. Axis with the serve. There's Hackle again. And Berg just hits it out. Got Jovi Larson back to serve for Perham. Big shot by Auburn Hins. Perham tried to play it back but couldn't. Now Hins will be back to serve. It's a nice floater that dropped like 15 feet. And Steuben with the shot, and it's called in. That's a point for Barnesville. So here comes Hins with the serve. Back to Hackle with the shot, and it's out. That's a point, Barnesville. Tie the game up at 8.
Football team, Lennon Morris. When you can sit the man together.
There's Hackle again with the shot. Gonna float one over. Here's Stubland. Gonna dump it in for Perham. Coming back, here comes Berg. And nobody's there for Barnesville. Nice floater over the top for Perham. Got to give a shout out to the 9th and 10th grade football team for the win tonight in Morris. Thanks for the message.
Coach Hodge.
Go Mr. Hodge. End team. Rasmussen with a shot. Goes a little deep, so that will be out on Barnesville. Addie Hackle back to serve. She hits a fast one to Amundsen. Amundsen didn't decide at the right time that she didn't want to touch that one. So Hackle will take another one here. Pops it back to Hackle. Good block by Bauer to get the point. Shout out to Scheffler crew at home. Coach Scheffler's family watching and listening from home. I saw her and Bo running around here a little bit ago. Jump there, but saved by Amundsen, but nobody was there to get it. So point for Perham. We'll have Cameron Coast back to serve for Perham. And she hits one out for her serve. So Barnesville will get up to serve here. Looks like Amundsen's going to serve. Perham almost didn't get that one over the net. Big shot from Griffin. Barnesville saves it. Bonches is back there. Maya Zacharias hits one over. Barnesville gets called for the lift, so that will be a point for Perham. So Sam Molzoff's back to serve. Axis with the shot, and that's in. Dumps one in the corner for a point for Barnesville. Emmeline Bergman's going to be back to serve for the Lady Trojans. And she drops one in. Sophie Nelson tried to get it. So Bergman's up again. Deep shot there from Zacharias, and she just misses. The point for Barnesville. Bergman with another shot. That was Griffin with the shot there. So that'll be a point for Perham. We'll have Maddie Kunzna back to serve for the Yellow Jackets. She hits a net bouncer. Bliley gets the shot. Perham digs it. There's a back row attack for Bonches. Perham's going to keep that one up. Griffin tries to get it over. Here comes another one from Larson. Perham saves it. So you got Griffin with the shot. So here comes Kunzna again. Kunza, not Kunzna. You gotta remember that. Bliley goes up for the tip. Griffin hits it back over. And Barnesville couldn't keep it in play. So Kunza back to serve again. I promise I studied these names before. Thompson with the shot, right in the corner. Great spot. So a point for Barnesville. Barnesville sub in. Thompson will be back to serve. It's a shot, and the Griffin just barely gets that over her own bench. Bliley's going to dump one in the back row. Perham will bring it up. Griffin's going to try to shoot one. Hits the gap. That'll be a point for Perham. So Griffin will be back to serve for the Yellow Jackets. Rasmussen with the shot. That hits the roof. Dig it over. There's access for a shot. Perham keeps it alive. Rasmussen dumps one down, and she'll score a point. Yellow Jackets leading by one. Axness back to serve for the Trojans. And she hits a good shot. Perham couldn't hold on to it. And it goes off the basketball hoop. So Axis again back to serve. Game's tied up at 17s. Almost dumped one there. Now we'll get called for a net violation. That was Bauer in the net, I believe. We'll have Joby Larson back to serve for Perham. Bliley keeps it alive. Good shot by Rasmussen, hits through the defenders. Game tied up again. Barnesville's going to sub out a few. Hins back to serve for the Lady Trojans. Tackle with the shot, blocked by Barnesville. Get another attempt here. Steuben keeps it up. Post dumps one in, scores a point for Perham. Amundsen went for that one, almost got it. Comes Addie Hackle from Perham for the serve. Miscommunication in the back row by Barnesville on the receive. So Hackle will get another shot here. Rasmussen with the shot. Big dig there by Griffin. Molzoff will shoot one off the net. Just missed the defenders. So that will get a point. 21-18 Yellow Jackets. And we have a timeout, Barnesville.
Do you live around here and work way over there? Well, why not work where you live? Barnesville is on the move, so you don't have to. With career opportunities in tech, entertainment, construction, industrial, healthcare, and retail. On average, commuting costs over $8,000 per year, 25 hours a month, and countless missed memories. And seriously, who's gonna miss the winter drive? Check out all the career opportunities in our area. Visit barnesvilljobs.com.
So we'll have Hackle back here to serve for the Perham Yellow Jackets. Steuben's going to take a shot here. Steuben with another shot, and Hackle gets the save. It's a good shot there by Molzoff. Just goes off Rasmussen, out on Barnesville. So Hackle will take another shot here. And she gets one in. Steuben with the shot, hits it hard, and it's out. But we're calling a tip. So that will be a point of Barnesville. Or point for Barnesville. Lexi Bonchus back to serve for the Lady Trojans. Tackle from the back row. Tipped by Bauer, and that will be a point for Perham. Coast is back to serve for the Yellow Jackets. Thompson with a shot in between defenders, and that'll score a point for Barnesville. 24-20 Perham. Amundsen back to serve for the Lady Trojans. Hackle's going to dump it over. Stuvlin with a shot. Little bit of timing miscommunication there. So Perham will take the second game, 25-20. If you play fantasy football, you're a little late for tonight's game if you didn't set your lineup. Just an FYI. I just got an alert on my phone, so that's why I know that.
Barnesville Internet has the speed that your family needs. Today, we have smart devices in every room of our homes, from doorbells, thermostats, and lights to smart appliances like vacuums and refrigerators, not to mention TVs, computers, and mobile devices everywhere. With faster speeds at lower prices, now is the time to upgrade to the internet speed you need. More than ever before, your family depends on it, and you can depend on us as your best choice for fast, reliable internet. We're your friends down the street, Barnesville Internet.
Looks like we're ready for the third game, third set. Refs are just checking players, making sure they're in the right spot. I've watched enough volleyball, you'd think I'd know the rotation, but I do not. So Bergman will start off here for the Lady Trojans. Well, Hackle dumped this one over. Comes Thompson with the dig. And that's out on a block there from Perham. Looked like Amundsen wanted to go for that one, but at the last second didn't. So Barnesville will score the first point. Comes Hackle with a shot. And Bonchis and Amundsen bobble the ball. So point for Perham. So Griffin will be back to serve for Perham. Amundsen will dump it over. Big dump there by Coast. And Bonchis gets a double shot. And that one is in, so that will be a point Perham. There's a lot to unpack there. So Griffin will be back to serve here. Thompson's going to dump it over. Comes Hackle from the backside, and she just misses the net. So point for Barnesville. And Barnesville's going to do a sub here. Bonchis for Rasmussen. Thompson's going to be back to serve. Larson will hit it over. Here comes Hins for the shot, and it's blocked, but it is blocked out of bounds. Point for Barnesville. Thompson again will take one back. Here's Hackle with the shot, and that is out. Tried to go line and ended up hitting it out there. So Thompson will go again. And Thompson, her serve goes into the net. So now we'll have Jovi Larson back to serve from Perham. And Larson hits a floater. Axis went for it, but a little too late. So Larson will be back to serve for the Yellow Jackets. And hers goes into the net. So Allie Axis back to serve for the Lady Trojans. Hackle with a shot, and it's out. And it's called a touch by the ref. So that will be a point for Perham. Hackle will be back to serve for Perham. And her serve is out. So Auburn Hins will come back to serve for the Lady Trojans. Hackle with a little floater over top. Stuvlin with the shot. Perham blocks. Barnesville gets it again. Bauer with the shot. Here comes Rasmussen. Bounces one through. Perham keeps it up. Rasmussen again for the shot. Hackle from the back row hits it out. That will be a point for Barnesville. So Hins will be back to serve for the Lady Trojans. Coast went up for the shot there, but had two Barnesville Trojan blockers that beat her to the ball. So Hins again. Hackle tries to hit a floater over top, hits it into the net. Point Trojans. Currently, Barnesville Trojans 9, Perham Yellow Jackets 5. Hins with the serve. It's a shot from Maya Zacharias. Looks like Gross went for the dig there, but missed it. So Coast will be back to serve for Perham. Looked like the set was a little close to the net, and Perham hit it first. So Barnesville's going to sub out a couple here. Lexi Bonchus back to serve. I think we got called for a net violation on that one. That's why Barnesville's serving. So. Griffin hits it over. There's a shot for Stuvlin, and she hammers it. So Lexi Bonchus back to serve. Zacharias hits it over the net. Here comes Thompson with the shot. Back to Griffin with the hammer, blocked by Barnesville. Lands in. So Bonchus is going to keep it up. Looks like we have a timeout from Perham. Your current score, Barnesville Lady Trojans 12, Perham Yellow Jackets 6. So Bonchus will be back to serve after the timeout. She hits a deep ball. Zacharias is going to go up for the shot. Thompson's going to hit it back over. There's a hit over to Molzoff, and she hits it into the net. So Bonchus back to serve for Barnesville. She hits a floater. Thompson dumps one back over top. Bauer with the shot, and it's blocked. Griffin and Zacharias were there for the block. So point Perham. Molzoff will be back to serve. Comes Thompson with a shot. Hits it into the net. So Molzoff will be back to serve again for Perham. Thompson's going to dump one over. Zacharias with the shot. Barnesville with the block. Point Barnesville. Amundson's going to be back to serve for the Lady Trojans. She hits a net roller. Thompson goes up for a shot and gets it. So Amundson's up again. Griffin with the shot, and that drops in for a point. Point Perham. Looks like we'll have Kunza come in for the serve for Perham. There's Axis with the shot over, hits it, nobody there. Point for Barnesville. Bergman's going to come in. She's going to serve. It's a deep ball. Perham recovers. And dump one over for Barnesville. Shot for Axis over top. Perham digs. Larson hits one over. Back over again. Comes Larson again. Bonchus with the big dig. Larson again, hits it into the net. That will be a point for Barnesville. So Bergman back with the serve. Perham bobbles it, but ends up getting it over. Thompson with the shot in the corner, but just misses out of bounds. It looked like there may have been a touch there, but nobody's calling it. So no touch. Griffin back to serve for Perham. She bounces off the net, but goes over. Larson again with the shot. Larson hits it out. So that will be a point Barnesville. Thompson will be back to serve now. Addie Hackle tries to get one over, hits it into the net. Point Barnesville. So Thompson will be back serving. Thompson hits a boomer to the back corner. Perham recovers. A shot for Allie Axis. Blocked by Hackle, but blocked deep. Out of bounds on Perham. Point for Barnesville. The score is Barnesville 20, Perham 10. Thompson to serve. Big block there from Perham, goes back over to Barnesville. They hit it back over. Miscommunication from Perham. And that will be a point for the Lady Trojans. So here comes Thompson again to serve for Barnesville after a Perham submission. Substitution, I meant to say. Good shot there, just blocked out of bounds, so that will be a point for Barnesville. Thompson on a roll here. And her serve is out. I guess I shouldn't have said anything. Looks like Joey Larson's going to come in for Perham and serve. Good shot from Allie Axis to find a corner. And that will be a point for Barnesville. And Axis will be back serving. Perham barely recovers there. Axis hit a floater. He's Hackle from the side. Hits it in the gap. And that is a point for Perham. So Hackle will be back to serve. Bliley with the shot. Looks like her hit the antenna, so that's out. So Hackle will be back serving for Perham. Bauer with the shot, and that is out. Point Perham. So Hackle will get another serve here. Rasmussen with the shot. Big dig from Nelson. Rasmussen with another shot. Nelson tips it, and that's out on Perham. Here comes Hins with the serve. Bauer with the push over. And miscommunication on Perham. That'll be a point Barnesville. And that is a game. Barnesville wins that set, 25-14. That was a good game to watch. So we'll take a 3-minute break here. I guess the teams will, I won't. So you can take a break, grab some water, some snacks, flip back to the football game to see the score. The first home football game is tomorrow. You can come on out and cheer on the Barnesville Trojan football team. Should be a nice night. Make sure to wear a sweatshirt, maybe grab a blanket. We're in fall, everyone. It's fall. I'll probably still forget a sweatshirt though, so. Getting set up for the fourth set here. Getting ahead of myself. So Maddie Kunza will be back to serve for Perham to start this one off. Axis is going to start with the first shot. She'll just hit it out. First point, Perham. Kunza back to the serve, bobbles it over. And Barnesville's going to be called on 4 hits there. Hit it into the net, didn't get it over, so. Kunza back to serve. Barnesville hits the roof, saves it, sends it back over. Axis going to try to hit one over the net, but goes in. So that will be another point for Perham. Thompson's going to dump one in the middle here. A big shot from Griffin. And that is in. So that will be a point for Perham. So Kunza back up to serve. And she'll hit it in the net. That will be a point, Barnesville. We'll have Piper Thompson back to serve for the Lady Trojans. Drops a floater in. Griffin with the shot, and that is out. But will be called for a net violation. Not sure who it was on. I think it was on Hins, but. So Griffin will be back to serve for Perham. Rasmussen with the shot. Blocked by Perham, picked back up. Axis at the hit. Nobody touched it, so. Griffin will be back serving here. It's a short one. Bergman dumps it over, and that will be a point for Barnesville. So Allie Axis will be back to serve for the Lady Trojans. Hackle will go up, hit it. Just missed. Barnesville gets the block. Keeps playing it. Hackle with another attempt. Larson will shoot it over. Axis will get the dig. Comes Hackle again for the shot and the score. The point. Score, point, same thing, I guess. So here comes Larson with the serve. It's a short floater, and Bauer just missed it. So Larson will get another shot here. Here's Rasmussen with the shot. Perham digs. And here comes Hins with a shot. Molzov tried to hit the corner, ended up hitting it out. So that will be a point for Barnesville. Hins will be back serving. Comes Hackle with a shot. Big dig in the back. And then it just hit out by Barnesville. So that will be a point for Perham. It looks like Addie Hackle will be back to serve for Perham. And she hits a line drive. Ace. So Hackle will be back up again. And she goes into the net. So point Barnesville. We will have, I believe Lexi Bonchus will come in to serve. Yes, she is. Coast tried to dump it over on her set, and she just missed the net, so that'll be point Barnesville. Bonchus with the serve again. Zacharias tries to hit it over, hits it into the net. Coast will be serving here for Perham. And that's going to be a double hit. So that will be a point for Perham. So Coast will be back serving again. Here's Thompson with the shot. Amundsen's going to be back to serve for Barnesville. Molzoff hits a hot. He gets the shot there. That will be a point for Perham. So Molzoff will be back serving for the Yellow Jackets. Stublin's going to hit it over. Zacharias tries for the shot. Keep working here. Zacharias again into the net. Barnesville keeps it alive. Griffin's going to get it over. Stubblin with the shot. Zacharias just hits one off centered there. Goes deep and out of bounds. So point Barnesville. Bergman will come in to serve. Larson with the shot, but the block by Barnesville. And they save it. Thompson with a big shot. Thompson with a floater. And Perham gets called for the lift. So point for Barnesville. Bergman back for the serve. Allie Axis dumps one to the back corner. I don't think she had another inch to go back there. So point Barnesville. Bergman back up to serve. Larson with the shot. Barnesville blocks. Perham recovers. Thompson with the shot. Out of bounds. No tip. Perham's going to sub in a couple. Kunza back to serve for Perham. Bliley hits a shot, blocked by Griffin, but it goes out of bounds. So that will be point Barnesville. Thompson back to serve. Axis with a shot, goes through Larson and Hackle and gets the point. So Thompson will get the serve again for Barnesville. Amundsen saves the ball, hits the net, and it drops in for a point. Hackle with a shot. Amundsen with the block, or the receive. Brings it back up. Comes Rasmussen with the shot over. Bergman went for the save there. I think she got it, but Amundsen couldn't get it over the net. Griffin will be back serving for Perham. Barnesville tried to save that one. Couldn't get it back over. So Griffin's going to be up again for Perham. Rasmussen over. Big shot from Larson goes out of bounds. No touch called. Point Barnesville. Axis will be back serving. Hackle with a shot, gets through Bliley and Bauer. So point Perham. Larson will be back serving for Perham. She'll throw a floater up. Rasmussen with a shot, and it's in. Point Barnesville. So both teams going to swap out a few substitutions. Hins will be back to serve for Barnesville. Hackle with a shot. Amundsen with the receive. Big dump in there from Coast from Perham. And they will score. So Hackle will be back to serve for Perham. Steuben with the shot. Tackle couldn't get there. So that will be a point, Barnesville. Tackle did a cartwheel there after she missed that one. So Bonchus will be back to serve for Barnesville. Molzop went for the shot, couldn't get it over the net, so that will be a point Barnesville. Currently sitting 18-16, Perham up 2. Bonchus with the serve. Back to Hackle at the 10-foot line. Here comes Steuben with the shot, and it is out. That will be a point Perham. Cameron Coast is going to be back serving for Perham. Griffin with the shot. Pins with the dig. Thompson's going to dump it over. Molzop hits one in the corner. Amundsen just barely missed it. Hits it out. So point Perham. Post back serving. Steuben with a deep shot. Thompson with the hammer. Goes up in the rafters. Perham recovers, keeps it alive. Griffin with a big shot, and that is out. So that will be a point Barnesville. Perham 20, Barnesville 17. We got a tight game here. Amundsen will be back to serve. Griffin with a chipper over the top. Steuben with the hammer. In between the defenders, scores the point. So Amundsen will be back to serve again. Hackle hits one from deep. From Steuben again. Perham stays alive. And Steuben again. Perham touches and it goes out. So that will be a point Barnesville. So Amundsen will get another shot here for the serve. Zacharias hits one. Barnesville can't defend it. Bounces off of Amundsen, goes out. So now we'll have Sam Molzalt out serving for Perham. Axis with a shot. Molzalt with a big dig. Larson's going to dump it over. Axis going to keep it alive here for Barnesville. Big block there. Point Perham. Molzop will be back serving with a timeout Barnesville. We have an action-packed fourth game. Currently sitting Perham 22, Barnesville Lady Trojans 19. So Mozop will be back to serve for Perham after that timeout. Amundsen keeps it alive twice. Zacharias is going to try for the slam and misses deep. So that'll be a point Barnesville. Amundsen had some good digs there. Kept that ball alive. Bergman will be back to serve for the Lady Trojans. Griffin with the shot, and she'll score the point. 23-20 Perham. Kunza is going to come in to serve for Perham. Axis goes up with a hit, and Griffin and Hackler are there for the block. So Thompson will be back to serve. Big hit from Hackle. And Axis and Bliley were there, but it got through the hole. So Griffin will be back to serve for Perham. His game point. And Hackle will put that one away. So Perham will win the fourth set, and that will be the match. So Perham wins 3-1. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.